Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and this is going to be my first of my Halloween reviews for the month. As I told you, I want to start doing some Halloween reviews of some of my favorite Halloween movies, some of my personal favorites, and I'm going to do like the classic kid ones, the ones that I've always watched as a kid, and yeah, I got a few here, so I got those. So I'll do those this week, and then the rest of the month is gonna be basically just regular horror movies, and we're gonna see how this goes. I'm sure you guys are really gonna enjoy this because it's gonna be really fun, especially this week because this week it's like lighthearted children's movies. It's gonna be fun to look back on stuff and remember some of these. So, what better way to start than to do my favorite, which is Halloweentown. Yeah. The Halloweentown series is my favorite Halloweentown movie. Is my favorite Halloweentown movies. I absolutely love these movies, and especially I love the first two. In this one, we're talking about the first movie, but in the next video, we're going to talk about the second movie. And I'm going to do both. I'm going to review both of these for you today. I'll get them done, and then I'll review the other ones another time. But basically, to get started with this film, let me just explain how I started to watch Halloweentown. This is actually a movie from the 90s. It came out, I believe, 1998, which was the year, which is also very sentimental because that's the year I was born. So that's also a great thing. And the movie, I found out about this movie because the DVDs were coming out on Disney Channel. I was very interested in seeing it. So one day when I was little, I turned on Disney Channel, this was on, and I was really, really enjoying it. I remember I couldn't see the whole thing, so then I, wasn't in school one day for some reason, and I watched the whole entire movie, and I absolutely loved it, and I want to see it again. Ever since then, it has become my tradition to watch these Halloweentown movies every single year. I watch them every single year, and especially these two. Like, the other two I don't watch as much, but these two I always watch. Usually more than once. I usually watch them once on the DVD and then once on TV because that's usually what I do, but I might do that even more this year. But I absolutely love Halloweentown, and one of the things I love about Halloweentown is that it is a non-horror movie. Even though you have these scary monsters and everything, it is not a horror movie. It is definitely more. It is a family movie that the whole family can watch and the whole family can enjoy it. It can be scary for some young ones, and there is some really cool stuff in it, but overall, the first one is pretty much a comedy, and I really like that. So if you don't know the plot of Halloweentown, which I'm sure you do, but if you don't, let's just get into it. The plot is that Marnie Cromwell, well, at first she's Marnie Piper. Marnie Piper is sort of this 13-year-old girl who's obsessed with Halloween. Every night she loves Halloween. She loves everything about it. She wants to go trick-or-treating with her friends. I'm sure a lot of you know the plot to this movie, but I'm going to explain in case you don't know it. She wants to go trick-or-treating with her friends, and her mom basically says no, not trick-or-treating, but a Halloween party or something like that. And her mother basically says, no, I don't want you doing anything for Halloween. And she basically thinks the reason why is because that's the year her parents met, basically. And she thinks that's the reason why, her mother doesn't want her to go out. Her mother kind of treats them like children. There's her older brother Dylan, who's kind of like brainwashed about this. And basically her grandma comes into town, and her grandmother is actually the complete opposite of her mother. She's very into Halloween. She really loves everything about Halloween. And she kind of tells the kids this story, and the mother had told, and basically she wants to tell the kids a story, and the mother tells her grandmother, okay, you can tell the kids a story, but please do not tell them about our home. And she ends up telling them about Halloweentown, and Marnie starts to get these ideas that possibly be true, and basically from there, they follow her to Halloweentown, and Marnie learns that her and her family are witches called Cromwells. And it's basically, but there's also this evil dark force kind of taking over the town. They have to try to stop it, and they have to stop before it takes over the whole town. And so that's basically the plot of the movie, and that's basically the plot of the movie. So yeah, pretty basic plot, not really anything that complex, but a very good plot, and I love the plot of the movie. One of the things I love about the movie, though, is by far the performances. The performances are really, really good here. I love all the performances. I think they're all very, very good. First, you have your main star here is Debbie Reynolds, who owns this role. This, by far, Grandma Aggie in Halloweentown is her best role, in my opinion. I think everyone will agree with me that she owns that role, especially in the first two. She's so good. The third one, I thought she was okay. I'll talk about the third one another time, but these first two, she's really great in them. She really takes on that role really well. She really does a great job of playing that role, and I absolutely loved her in this movie. She's very funny at points. She has some really great comedic lines. She always has she mostly makes most of the jokes in this one. And she also can be dramatic, though, and you really believe she's a witch, and she's really good in that role, so I love her in that. Then you have Judith Hogg, who plays the mother, and you really like her because you know that she wants to be a part of this, but at the same time she doesn't want to be a part of this, yet she does, because she's kind of like going back and forth, and you don't like her at first, but then you really do start to like her, and she does a good job because she also is very funny. She's kind of like giving the mother a reality check and all this stuff, and she's giving her mother a reality check, and it's actually very funny to watch how stupid, how much she doesn't want to go back, and it's very funny. Whenever those two fight, it's very, very funny, especially in the first one. Then you have our main star here is Kimberly J. Brown. Now, Kimberly J. Brown is fantastic as Marnie. She really is great. What I love about her character is that she really, even though she's a 13-year-old girl, she really has a great role, and she really did a great job playing it. She has some really great comedic timing as well, and she has some really great lines, and I really, really love that. And the only other person to point out is Joey Zimmerman, who plays her brother Dylan, who I believe is supposed to be younger than her, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I think he's supposed to be younger than her. But he also does a really good job in this. I think he really plays his role well. He basically is brainwashed by the mother, and I really like his role. And the only other one to point out is Emily Roski as, well, there are a couple other people. You got Sophie, played Emily Roski, who plays Sophie, who is really, really cute and adorable in the first one, and Robin Thomas as Calabar. Calabar here is our main villain. He's kind of like the evil force. You guys probably know that if you've seen Halloweentown. I don't think many people have not seen Halloweentown. If you love Halloween, you probably have seen Halloweentown before. I'm sure many people have seen this movie. It's a very popular movie around Halloween time. I'm sure many people have seen it. But, let's talk about some of the things I really like about this movie besides the performances. One of the things I like besides the performances is the fact that this whole movie, the creatures, there are some really cool ways with the creatures. There's this one scene that I really love that shows you all the different types of creatures, where basically three of them have to make this spell, basically, to break this dark, whatever this dark, Sophie calls it the bad thing, basically the bad thing. That's what we have to, before you're just going to call it the bad thing. They have to stop the bad thing, and there's some really funny stuff they have to do, like one of them is hair of a werewolf, vampires, ghost sweat, and vampires fang. It's very funny to watch them go through that scene. All the crazy things they have to do is very, very funny, and I really love that. It really makes you like monsters. It's a good movie to show to kids so they don't get scared of monsters. The other thing is I blame Halloweentown for the reason I love horror movies. I mean, I would have never thought I loved horror movies, but Halloweentown I think is the thing that started all of that. Halloweentown was like the very first thing I watched with monsters, and I remember I absolutely loved it. And, shortly after that I started to watch more of this vampire stuff, like Buffy, Vampire Slayer, Vampire Diaries, Twilight, all these vampire shows, and I blame Halloweentown for all that because I really loved it in Halloweentown, and that's probably why I love horror movies so much, is because of Halloweentown. I think that's why I love it so much. So yeah, Halloweentown is so amazing. I love it. Also, there's a really great scene. The other thing I love is that even though I said it's a comedy, towards the end it does start to get a bit dramatic, and I think there's some really great dramatic parts there. There's one part where you're not sure if they're going to make it or not. There's one part the other thing is, just because this is a Disney, there's one part where you're not sure if they're going to succeed with their spell. There's one part where you're not sure if the movie's going to end on a cliffhanger. You're really not sure what's going to happen. There's so many endings that could happen out of this, and I love that. It's kind of like, you don't really know what's going to happen next. If you've seen the movie, you know what happens, but you don't know what's going to happen next, really. And, the only other thing I have to point out about Halloweentown is the fact that, just because this is a Disney Channel movie, it is not cheesy. This is not a cheesy movie at all. It actually feels like an actual movie. It doesn't feel like a TV movie. It feels like a movie I've seen in theaters. It really feels like that, because that's how well put together this is. There are so many good creatures in here. The skull driving a taxi cab. There's so many great characters you're gonna find in this. There's this one guy who sells brooms. He's hilarious, and you're gonna love that. So yeah, Halloweentown is a classic. I love it. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite. The series is one of my favorite Halloween movies of all time. Definitely check this out if you haven't already. Okay, that's basically it for my first Halloween review. Let me know and that's it for my review of Halloweentown. Hope you enjoyed it. And next video, I'm going to review Halloweentown 2. So see you then. Bye.